Good morning, children. Now we are discussing the fifth lesson in 10th class social studies. In that fifth lesson, I said the Indian drainage system. That means rivers, water resources. I said already two types are there. First one is Himalayan rivers. Second one is peninsular rivers. So I said in the previous class, what are the Himalayan rivers? Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra. These three are the Himalayan rivers. These three perennial rivers. That means they will flow continuously throughout the year. That is why they are called perennial rivers. Okay. At rainy season and also summer season, with the help of melting snow, it is flowing continuously. Now we come to the second part, that is peninsular rivers. What are the peninsular rivers? So what are the peninsular rivers? Here also four important rivers are there, or five important rivers are there. In Himalayan rivers, there are three. Next here, peninsular rivers, five. Ganga river, look at Krishna river, Kaveri river, Mahanadi, Penna. So these are the peninsular rivers. That means they are flowing, they are originating from Western Ghats. The birthplace of these rivers, Western Ghats. Finally, they join into Bay of Bengal, Western Ghats and Bay of Bengal. So, Western Ghats are the main source originating these peninsular rivers. Among them, some are already perennial rivers because they are continuously flowing, and finally they drain into Bay of Bengal. Next one, some rivers are flowing westwards. They go on in the peninsular north part and they drain into Arabian Sea. They drain into Arabian Sea. Actually, majority rivers in our country, they originate westwards and drain into Bay of Bengal, except some rivers. What are the rivers? Here I wrote already. Look at Narmada, Tapati, Mahi, Sabarmati. I repeat, Narmada, Tapati, Mahi, Sabarmati. So these four rivers going westward and drain into Arabian Sea. That means our country west part, Arabian Sea. Okay. Remaining all rivers drain into Bay of Bengal. What are the rivers? Krishna, Godavari, Kaveri, Penna, Mahanadi, these all rivers. Okay. Now listen, the origin of Godavari river. The origin of Godavari river. So where is the origin of Godavari river? Western Ghats in Maharashtra. Western Ghats in Maharashtra at Nasik Trayambak. Nasik Trayambak. So that is the birthplace of Godavari river. So Godavari river is the biggest river in peninsular rivers. Among all peninsular rivers, Godavari is the biggest one. In India, what is the biggest river? In India, Ganga is the biggest river. In India, Ganga is the biggest river. In peninsular rivers, Godavari is the biggest river. After Godavari, Krishna is the second big river or biggest river. So first one is Godavari, second one is Krishna. So keep in mind, all students keep these 2 points. Godavari first one, Krishna is the second one in peninsular rivers. Next one, listen students, north part of this peninsula in India, north part of this peninsula, some tributaries of Ganga originates. What are the tributaries of Ganga originate in peninsular north part? I wrote here Chambal. What is that? Chambal. Sindhu. Chambal, Sindhu, Betwa, Kenno, Sanno. Chambal, Sindhu, Betwa, Kenno, Sanno. So these 5 tributaries are originates in northern part of peninsula and join into Ganga river. Okay, so Ganga rivers tributaries. These are the tributaries. Okay, next one. Listen, boys, girls. Water cycle. Water cycle. Water is, we are receiving the water from lakes, seas, streams, ponds, tanks, and also groundwater. Okay, so this is the water source, even oceans also, but the water is continuous process. It is a one type of cycle. First it will evaporate from the water bodies due to the sun rays. After evaporation they made as clouds. These clouds moving, when these clouds touches by cool breezes, again this form and fall as water droplets into the lakes, seas, rivers, oceans, ponds, tanks. Okay, so this is the continuous process. Again this water evaporating from the heat of the sun and making forms as clouds. When these clouds are touching by cool breezes, water droplets change as water droplets and fall into the oceans, seas, lakes, ponds, tanks, streams, etc. So this is the water cycle. Here water cycle, 2 types are there. Okay, first one is inflow water and second one is outflow water. Inflow water and outflow water. Next, what is called water budget? Okay, what is called water budget? Students, listen. Water budget means how much water we need, how much is available, how much water is joining at rainy season. Okay, how much water we require. So at rainy season only the water is available, but we are using the water almost 3 seasons. What are the 3 seasons? Summer season, rainy season, winter season. So we are using throughout the year this water, but the availability is only in summer season. Oh, sorry, in rainy season. Okay, that is why the village elders or the government officials always supervising how much water is there, how much water is required, okay, how much water is joining through the precipitation activities, etc. Now listen, the inflow water. Inflow water is equal to precipitation plus surface flow plus groundwater. So this is the source of inflow water. Inflow water means water is joining through some process. For example, due to the rainfall, the water is joining into the seas, lakes, reservoirs, rivers, etc. So that is called inflow water. That means the water is coming and joining into the river. Okay. Precipitation means rainfall, hail. I wrote here already. I wrote here snow, dew, hail, rainfall. So these all forms the water is joining into the rivers, ponds, etc. It is also known as precipitation. Plus surface flow. Surface flow means water is flowing upon the surface and joining into the water bodies. Next, groundwater. Groundwater. We cannot see the groundwater, but we can estimate where the water is in a particular area in the ground. Okay? So that is about inflow structure. Next one, outflow structure. Here outflow is equal to evaporation. the water is evaporating due to the sun rays. Okay, due to the sun rays, the water is evaporating, and also transpiration with breathing process. Human beings, all creatures, along with next to plants also. Through the evaporation and transpiration, the water is going up through the form of water vapor. Okay, that is called outflow structure. That is called outflow structure. Students, next one, what is the use of the water? Here we are using mainly the water three purpose. First one is domestic purpose, second one is irrigation purpose, third one is industrial purpose. So for domestic we know, for mopping, cleaning utensils, for cooking, for drinking, we are using the water. Even for animals also, animal drinking water. Okay. Next one is irrigate the lands, to cultivate the lands, and to grow, to farm the land. Okay. So irrigation, we are irrigating this same water to grow the crops for agriculture purpose. Okay. The final one is industrial purpose. What is the next one? Industrial purpose. Yes, to run the industries, we are using that same water. Okay. Next one, tanks, pools, lakes, wells, tube wells. So we are using this water from tanks, tube wells, the groundwater. Okay, wells, small wells, rivers, lakes, etc. But here the problem is we are not recharging water in a proper way. At the rainy season, the water is recharging. That means going into the plates of the interior of the ground. Okay, the water is stored between the rocks. That is called recharge. But recently we are extracting more water through the tube wells, but we are not recharging the groundwater. That is why the groundwater level is tremendously fall dangerously. Okay, what that is the main cause. Next one, extreme drought situations. Extreme drought situation, we are taking the water from ground through the tube wells. We are setting the pump set with the electricity connection. Okay, we are using the water. Next one, here in your lesson they mentioned about one river. That river name is Tungabhadra river. That river name is Tungabhadra river. Actually I said what are the peninsular rivers. I said the peninsular rivers, Krishna, Godavari, Kaveri, Mahanadi, etc. Here in your lesson they mentioned Tungabhadra river. So Tungabhadra river is the tributary of Krishna river. Tungabhadra is the tributary of Krishna river. So it originates in Western Ghats in Karnataka. Western Ghats in Karnataka. The total catchment of this river is 71,417 square kilometers. This is the total catchment of this Tungabhadra river area. Okay, out of this 71,417 square kilometers, the Karnataka, the birth state is Karnataka. The Karnataka using 57,671 square kilometers. That is the total catchment of Karnataka area out of this one. But the remaining catchment is in Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh. Here this is divides as two parts: upper and middle catchment, lower catchment. Upper and middle catchment using by Karnataka state. Lower is using by Andhra Pradesh. Okay, Andhra Pradesh. But this Tungabhadra river water is using for industrial purpose, agriculture purpose, etc. What the two states benefiting through this river? Karnataka state and also Andhra Pradesh state. So sometimes these two states are conflicting each other for share of their water. What is that water? Tungabhadra river water. But recently the Tungabhadra river water area, the water level is decreasing. Why the water level is decreasing? Because encroachment. Encroachment means some people are occupying the lands around the Tungabhadra river. Actually, the Tungabhadra river basin is many lands are there. It occupied or covered by forest area. Okay, forest area. But recently, the people are felling trees, cutting trees. Next one, mining purpose. People are digging mines around the nearest place of Tungabhadra river. Next to flash floods. When the people are cutting trees, when the people are using the grass for the fodder of the animals, the water level is at the rainy season, it moves as flash floods and drain into Krishna river and finally Bay of Bengal. But people are not storing the water properly in this area. Even the groundwater level also decreasing due to these all activities. But the government 50 years ago they constructed one dam over this Tungabhadra river. So the total capacity of this reservoir, the Tungabhadra dam reservoir, 3,766 million cubic meters. This is the total capacity of the reservoir 50 years ago. But after 50 years, what happened? This capacity lost 849 million cubic meters. 849 million cubic meters. The river reservoir water capacity lost. Okay, why it is losing the capacity? Because every year at rainy season, so much silt is joining, debris. Okay, industrial wastage also, effluents also joining in this reservoir. So that is why the storing capacity of this reservoir decreasing. Okay, that is also we saw in this lesson. Next one, in these surrounding areas, they constructed many industries. Many industries are running or working. For example, iron ore industry, Kudremu, that is one of the place. Kudremu. Next one, manganese industry, Sandur. Manganese industry, Sandur. These two are very important, students. Listen carefully, keep in mind. Okay. Next one, soil erosion. Soil erosion also one of the reason for decreasing the reservoir capacity. Okay. Next to irrigation, agriculture also. So what crops they are growing? Paddy, jowar, sugarcane, cotton, etc. Okay. So Tungabhadra river, around near Tungabhadra river, 27 big industries running, 2,543 small industries also working. Okay, but what happened here? That to all wastage of industries, that means effluents, dumping simply into this river. Due to this activity, the river water will be contaminated. With the contamination of water, okay, molasses, it kills the fish pond. It found in 1984. So students, this is about the Tungabhadra river. I said peninsular rivers. Among them, Tungabhadra river. This is okay, students. I will explain the remaining lesson in the next class. Thank you.